Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Some very interesting news from Russia. The US Embassy issues a warning and tells its citizens to leave Russia immediately. So this article comes from Politico. It's from today, right? I want to make sure, yeah. And it says, U.S. Embassy in Moscow urges American citizens to leave Russia, quote-unquote, immediately. So, the U.S. Embassy in Moscow is urging American citizens residing in Russia to leave immediately amid Vladimir Putin's escalation of war in Ukraine. U.S. citizens should not travel to Russia, and those residing or traveling in Russia should depart Russia immediately, while limited commercial travel options remain, the embassy said in a security alert issued Tuesday. The alert came just a week after Putin announced escalation of war in Ukraine, when he partially mobilized the country and hinted at resorting to nuclear warfare. Okay, well, it says, avoid all political or social protests and do not photograph security personnel at these events, the embassy warned. Russian authorities have arrested U.S. citizens who have participated in demonstrations, like in any other country, because they are the ones that are or could be considered, instigators, and you don't want that, right? Even though they all have them everywhere. So I think this warning is issued, or was issued, I think, based on at least three reasons. One is the situation on the front doesn't go too good or too well for the Russians, and there is dissatisfaction, and maybe some people are even, desperate or scared about it. Then the second one is the order to mobilize reservists up to 300,000, which is not popular, ever popular, except with the First World War draft, or not even draft. They were going to be killed on the front singing songs, happy. That's how they were reporting then. And the third one is the fact that the economic situation in Russia is not the best, if you take it, the best as it was before the special operation. So I think there's three reasons why there's danger. And when you have, this is how it works in this kind of situations, when the population is unhappy, when the circumstances are pointing in one direction, which is dissatisfaction with the leadership, and you want that leadership to get out, which 100% these guys want Putin and his people, his staff, to leave so they can put their own and they can be their servants like everybody else almost. Then you act on the general dissatisfaction of the population, and then you're gonna find the right soil for your little seeds that you planted a while ago. You put them over there. Now you just pour water, and the soil is strong, healthy, full of nutrients, which is the satisfaction of the population, and you got your seeds, which are your little cells. You activate them and you create little problems. You activate, and then you have little protests. And during those protests, you, how should I put it, direct the crowds in certain directions to act in certain ways, like go to the Duma, go to the Capitol, go to the Kremlin, go to the White House, go to the Kremlin, sorry, I already said that one. So, you direct them to act in a certain way. And this is what happens with infiltrated, paid, I don't want to use certain names, but I'm going to use just people that work for agencies. And they are present everywhere, from within the country and from outside the country. So that's counter mass control and pro mass control. Pro means no, don't go over there. Why don't you go home? Counter, is the one with let's go and visit Putin. Let's go and visit Volodin at the Duma and go visit Lavrov and foreign minister and so on. So that's how they do it. That's why could be not because, oh my God, Putin ordered that. What do you think is going to happen? Because let's put it this way, if that's the problem, because Putin will use nuclear weapons, if he's going to use nuclear weapons, the other guys are going to use probably nuclear weapons, and then this guy's going to use another nuclear weapon. So where are you going to go? You go to where these guys are going to drop their nuclear weapons? Or you try to go to South Africa, hoping, here I'm the furthest from the idiots in the northern hemisphere. That's the only chance. So unless you go to South Africa or I don't know, Hawaii or Tahiti or maybe Australia, yes, another point, or whatever, they don't go to Australia because you have New Zealand, and I saw how they reacted with the COVID-19. You don't want to go there. Sorry, guys, it's not my Australian friends, but I saw what kind of policy they implemented. Pfft, really? I lived under Ceausescu, so I don't see much difference between what the guy said and those guys, and especially that woman in New Zealand. Oh my God, that's totalitarian right there. So they issued these warnings not only because of the circumstances, but also because they are also informed from Washington, hey, things are, tell them to go. Why? Some things could be activated, some things could happen, and not only a spontaneous, protest against the Russian government and all that, which is, as I said, the soil is ready. It's also activation, and that is happening all the time. All the time when you have a regime and you want to change it, you have people over there. I mean, I don't want to say you have to work in those kind of areas to know that each and every country has their own people in countries with interest. If you don't have anything to do with that country, you don't have anybody there. And I'd say Romania have people in Zimbabwe. They don't have people in Zimbabwe, they don't care. They don't have anything like that. Or Zimbabwe have people in Romania. No, but Romania definitely has people in Hungary, definitely has people in the United States, in France, in countries where they have, in Ukraine, in Russia, where they have interest, for various reasons. But you don't have, I don't know, in Mongolia. Okay, no. So in the United States, which has such a big funded services, they have almost everywhere, and they can create very easily because of the money, and because you have a poor country, money is the best way to get involved, and this dissatisfaction, that is the main and ideals, which are obviously not met by the current government wherever that person lives. So you go to, let's say, Uzbekistan, and those people don't like the government. It's very easy to bribe people and get them, in your little scheme. But if you have a satisfied country, it's very hard. And how much you're going to pay them? I mean, if they already are paid $80,000, let's say, a year, do you think that they're going to care if you give them 20 more thousand? Not really. That's a big risk. So that's why certain departments are paid very, very, very well for that reason, and not only. So they can't be bribed, not because what they do, their job is so, oh my God. No, so they can't be bribed. So they will think, I make already $150,000 a year. I don't care about your $100,000 a year. No, I love my country. Yes, of course you love your country. It's good to you. You did well. So you did good. So that's good. Anyway, don't go to Russia and see what's going to happen. Stay away from it. Things might happen over there, and it's been tried before, and will be tried again. The goal is get rid of this regime or leadership and get another one like Yeltsin part 2. And that's the one you want, these guys want. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.